going to carry out an experiment today. I'm going to make a video with my smartphone only. It is Wednesday the 13th of March. I want to just see what the quality is like of the video and what the quality is like of the audio. And one of the reasons that you might use an iPhone or any smartphone to make videos is because you always have a smartphone or your phone with you. So no matter what occurs, no matter what circumstance you might find yourself in, it's almost certain you'll have your phone with you. So it would be very, very useful to be able to make videos with the smartphone, make good quality videos. And to be honest with you, I think it's possible, all right. Even though I have a very good camera, I have a Sony ZV-10, I want to just see what the quality is like of this. So it is the 13th of March 2024, it's a Wednesday, and I have a settlement meeting today in the Four Courts. That's 3 p.m, so we'll have a look at that. I'll be going to that obviously later on. Just published a video there on my YouTube channel called A Day in the Life of a Solicitor in Ireland. And it's the date of the 4th of March 2023, so it's just a day in the life type video. People like those videos, I think, and I've done them before, but I've done another one there, so I published that today. But I've written a blog post there this morning, and I write a blog post every day, and I've spoken about this before. I write a blog post every single day on my website, Terry Gorry Writes, or terrygorrywrites.com, I think it's called. And I just noticed this morning, because I time everything and I use the Pomodoro technique, that is working in bursts of 25 minutes with then 5 minutes of break. I noticed, and I time everything, so once I started doing the blog post, I gave myself 25 minutes, but I noticed when I was uploading it to my website that I actually took 6 minutes to write it. So 6 minutes to write the blog post, it just goes to show you, people think, oh, I couldn't write a blog post, or I couldn't write every day, or whatever. When in fact, I'm doing it so often now, and I'm doing it, I think, for perhaps maybe 2 years straight, doing it every day, daily blogging. I've noticed, as I said this morning for the first time, that it only actually took me 6 minutes. Now, it does take me longer on occasion, but it just goes to show you that if you get into a habit and into a routine, and you can build a habit or a routine, well then it's amazing what you can actually achieve. So making that blog post, writing that blog post every day, today it took me 6 minutes. Looking at my calendar today then, I see I have a consultation there by Zoom with a gentleman with an employment law problem or query. The next one I have is a Zoom consultation as well with a lady who has an employment law issue. She's alleging bullying and harassment in the workplace. Then I have an AGM actually at lunchtime of the management company. I'm a director in a management company of the estate in Longford in Edgestown, where I have some property, and where I was building back before the Celtic Tiger crash came about and brought an end to it. But the property is still there, and I, as it happens, I'm a director of the management company there. So that AGM is going on at 1 o'clock by Zoom. And then in the afternoon, I've got this consultation or this settlement meeting in the Four Courts at the Law Library. So that's to do with a cohabiting situation. It's an interesting enough situation. Relationship broke down. They didn't marry, but they did have certain agreements or understandings in relation to property that they bought together. And then my client made a contribution to the property, and now the relationship has broken down, and my client no longer lives in the property, but obviously is entitled to a share of the property, the proceeds essentially, because of contributions that my client made and contributions towards the deposit, and they'd previously sold the property as well. So that's what that settlement meeting is about. It's the cohabitation situation, cohabitation agreement, or protection rather, for cohabitants, people living together, not married. So there you go. That's what my calendar is like today. In the meantime then, I'm uploading my video that I mentioned just a minute ago there about a day in the life type video. So that went up to YouTube. Now it goes to Facebook. It goes to Spotify for my podcast, my video cast or video podcast. It goes to TikTok. It goes to Instagram, and it goes to LinkedIn. So that's what I have to do now. It takes about 10 minutes or so just to upload the video everywhere. But one video, and it goes on maybe 6-7 sites or whatever, and it really helps me build my brand and generate leads, generate clients, etc. And I've been doing this sort of digital marketing, this online marketing, since I started in practice when I qualified as a solicitor in 2011. I have a book actually about my strategy for digital marketing, my strategy for online marketing, and it hasn't changed a whole pile since I wrote the book, or since I started in practice back in 2011 when I qualified. My strategy really hasn't changed very, very much. It's based on content marketing. If you're interested in that book, there's a link down below on my YouTube channel, but you'll have a look. You'll get it on Amazon. Just look up Terry Gorry and look up how to generate clients or acquire clients for a service-based business or something like that. But look up me on Amazon and you'll find the book there. You might be interested in it, especially if you want to try and build your own brand and business online. It's time to go now and get coffee down in Nomad, the coffee shop down the street there. Here's what the day is bringing outside my window here in Enfield. It's a dull, wet, damp old day. Paddy's weekend is coming up now shortly, but there's my old petrol station up there. And in the morning I was up there dipping bloody tanks and in there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and fellas going to work getting Jump Air Blue and diesel and breakfast rolls when the development started in Enfield way back. And the funny thing about the developments now is that I am handling a lot of the conveyances, handling a lot of the purchases and sales. And there's a young lad on to me there the last few days. He's buying a house in Enfield and he's concerned about the pyrite, the possibility of pyrite. And I was looking at a cert there this morning, and the company, the original construction company, High Degree Construction, had an account with me, and the pyrite cert was sent out to one of the Moonies. I think they went into liquidation afterwards. But it's funny, like at the time, my petrol station was, I had a deli there. I started a deli and had breakfast rolls and so on, and I had a very, very busy deli trade after spending the right shoe bob on it. And lads used to come over there every morning at 10 o'clock or 10:30 for a break, sausage rolls and chicken baguettes and so on and so forth. And now I'm doing conveyances and I'm looking at letters to, High Degree Construction and so on, who actually built the development and with whom they had an account with me. Anyway, here is my recyclable cup for Nomad, so I'm heading down there now. A miserable morning now, raining and grey and damp. Using the mobile phone for the video, making videos is so bloody handy, really is. Don't know what the audio is going to be like now going up the street here, but it's just so convenient. Oh yeah, coffee. So the more convenient a camera is to use, the handier, the more likely you are to actually make decent videos and tell good stories. And a lot of videos about telling stories, and certainly brand building, doing what I'm doing, is about telling stories to a great extent. This is the office now on the view from my office before the girls come in. It's only 7:30 at the moment. It's a grey, wet, damp morning. But so this is where my staff, the girls will be in there later on. This then is the meeting room. That's my old petrol station there. That's the one across the street. This is the meeting room now. And in here then is my office. It used to be the so-called boardroom, but no longer. Anyway, that is the position here. I have a window as well, which is nice, very nice. The Zoom meeting there this morning, I'm just waiting to join another one there now. The person coming in on the Zoom is just having difficulty getting her camera working, so just waiting for that to start up now. In my office. No milk for the tea. I'll have to go down here to Tesco and get the second thing. Scan your club card. Yeah. But still are, I mean, you know, the majority of... I'm off to the forecourts now for the settlement meeting. Settlement meeting in the forecourts, so it's a bit of a rush. But anyway, it'll be grand. It'll be grand.
I mean, it's not like a...
If you ever think you have it tough, look at that lad ahead of me there, and I basically with a box on his back, deliver and grub, deliver and takeaway. It's a tough way to make a living. Just walking from Smithfield down to here now, and this is Circuit Court Family Law Office, and 2 people have already shouted me out, called me, saying that they like my videos and stuff like that. So, a bit strange. You know the tough way to make a living, huh? Jesus Christ. Heading over to the law library now. That's where we meet for the consultation, or for the settlement meetings. To give my counsel a ring now. Get him over here and make contact with the client as well. I think she's here, so. It's nearly 6 o'clock now. There was a tortuous negotiation over a relatively small amount of money, but we got there eventually. I was there in the forecourts for that settlement meeting at 2:45, and it's 6 o'clock now. That's such a waste of bloody time. We came to a settlement all right, but I mean the negotiation was tortuous and no reason for it at all. Yeah, that was very frustrating afternoon of negotiations over a relatively small amount of money. The client is happy enough and we reached a settlement. But we're there since 2:45 and it's 6 o'clock now. I'm just heading down the quays, and it really shouldn't have taken that long. It was ridiculous. I mean, there's taking instruction from your client and there's actually being prepared and taking instructions the day before or the week before from your client, and not behave like a startled deer in the headlights when a proposal is put to you on the day of a settlement meeting. Why not get instructions beforehand from your client? Anyway, deeply frustrating. As I say, I'm in the forecourts from 2:45. It's 6 o'clock now, and it was a relatively straightforward settlement meeting. Like all these settlement meetings, all comes down to money. That's the bottom line, and it really shouldn't have taken 3 hours to negotiate a relatively straightforward agreement. But anyway, client is happy. I'm going home, and that's the end of my vlog. I hope you find it instructive or useful or entertaining or whatever. Give the thumbs up down below if you do. I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And if you're watching this on my podcast, the Irish Law and Small Business Podcast, don't be afraid to leave a review. And I hope this prick is not coming across the bridge on the wrong side of the road on his scooter. He is. Anyway, give us a thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.